This is the Harvst control box, which is the brains of your smart garden system. I'm going to show you through all the connections and the buttons and how to fix it to your greenhouse or your polytunnel. So on the right hand side we've got the power in. This is either a solar panel or the mains power supply. Then here we've got your air temperature sensors, or if you've got a humidity sensor, that goes in there. On the left hand side we've got a 4-pin for the soil moisture sensors, and then a 3-pin for your water solenoids, if you've got those. And then the bottom left is the water pump. On the top right you've got your power button to turn it on and off, and then the top left is the wake button if it's a solar box, or the manual override for watering for solar or mains powered boxes. So this is a solar powered box and it's got the battery built in. If you've got a mains powered box, it'll have 3 extra sockets along the bottom here, and those will be for heaters and lights. To fix it to the greenhouse, you've got these 2 little flaps which open up, and then you can put your bolts or screws through there. The box is fully waterproof, can be placed outside. Here's how to use your control box in offline mode if you've not got Wi-Fi at your greenhouse or polytunnel. The first thing you need to do is turn it on while holding the wake button down. So press that, keep it pressed down, and then press the power on button. You'll hear that long beep and then a double beep to say it's ready and transmitting its own Wi-Fi network. On your phone you'll see a Harvst dash and then a code which matches the code on the back of the control box. Click that to join the Wi-Fi network. There's no internet on that Wi-Fi, which is fine. My phone automatically redirects me to the control panel. If it doesn't connect you, then you can go to an IP address which I'll show you at the end. Go to the dashboard, and here is the control panel for this system. So this is transmitting its own Wi-Fi network. My phone is connected to that, and we're now looking at control box via the phone. On settings, go to the connection option and choose offline or no Wi-Fi, and then save the settings. The box is now configured in offline mode. So I've just turned it off, and if I turn it back on again, it'll turn on in offline mode. Anytime you want to change the settings, go to that Wi-Fi network, change the watering, and so on. This is a solar powered box, so it will go to sleep. While it's awake, that light is flashing on the top. And while it's asleep, there's no Wi-Fi network, so you won't be able to connect to it. To wake it up, all you need to do is press the wake up button once. Once you hear the double beep, just then, you can then go to your Wi-Fi network and connect. If your phone doesn't automatically redirect you to the dashboard once you've connected to the Wi-Fi network, open a web browser, Chrome or Safari, and then in the URL type 192.168.4.1, and that will take you straight to the right place. In this video, I'll show you how to connect your control box to your home Wi-Fi network so that you can operate it in online mode. The first thing you need to do is turn on the box. It'll start a fast beep, and this means it's looking for your home Wi-Fi network. If you've not configured it before, it won't find it. So after 30 seconds or so, it'll slow down to a slow beep. So there's the slow beep. What you need to do is connect your phone to the Wi-Fi network that's being transmitted by the control box. So go to Wi-Fi settings and you'll see one that's Harvst-Wi-Fi. Connect to that. If your phone automatically redirects you, then you'll end up with the Wi-Fi manager. Go to Configure Wi-Fi, and you've got about 1.5 minutes to do this. From the options at the top, choose your home Wi-Fi network. So click on that, it'll show in the top box, and then in the bottom box, enter your home Wi-Fi network password and save. You can hear it still beeping in the background. That little celebration beep means the box is connected. It'll turn off the Harvst Wi-Fi network, reboot, and then that double beep will show you that the box is now connected to your home network. If your phone doesn't automatically redirect you to the dashboard once you've connected to the Wi-Fi network, open a web browser, Chrome or Safari, and then in the URL type 192.168.4.1 and that will take you straight to the right place.
Harvst makes it easy to grow more at home. We've got a combination of small greenhouses or cold frames which are designed to fit in an urban space or any backyard. It's not just a cold frame or a mini greenhouse though, it's a complete growing system. A combination of sensors for soil temperature and soil moisture work with the control unit to make sure that your plants are given just the right amount of water and are regulated at the right temperature. We're blending technology and gardening to help people grow more with less space and less time. So Harvst is a community as well. It's about gathering information anonymously from all of the harvesters, temperature, water and so on, so that we can feed back into the community the best growing conditions for each type of vegetable. We've also got the forums and we've got a grow diary where you can put information online to share with everybody else and learn from everybody else. The Harvst system is designed to help you grow all year round. So in winter, the harvesters will deliver heat and light to your plants, and in the summer they'll open up automatically and do the self-watering to keep everything growing as best as it can. There's something really satisfying about growing your own food. You know what's going into it, it's fresher and it's environmentally friendly. Traditionally, to grow veg you'd need a fair bit of space and experience, but with Harvst we're trying to make it a lot more accessible. With the technology and the knowledge we can help people who don't have much space, don't have much time or experience to grow more. To keep up to date with everything we're doing here at Harvst, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, sign up for our newsletter and join the community forums too.
William, hello.
Hello.
It's nice up here, isn't it?
It is.
So balcony garden, love
Yes.
it. But you've got a bit of new tech here.
We've got a bit of smart greenhouse tech. So this is a greenhouse that looks after microgreens and herbs for us. So it's got watering, it's got lighting, it's got heating, it's got ventilation.
All greenhouses have got that.
Well, this one you control via your phone. It's a smart app.
Oh, okay.
It'll email me when it's run out of water.
Okay, this is different. This is
Yeah.
different. Right, okay. So hold on a minute. You can control it on an app on your phone.
Yep, so it will tell me if it's watering. I can set the times that it waters, and then if it's extra warm during the day, it will give it a bit of a top up.
Wow.
And then set the lighting to go as well, so you can grow throughout the year as well. It's like a little vertical farm on your balcony.
A vertical farm and controllable from your
smart tech. Yeah.
That is genius.
Yeah, it's fun. It's weird getting an email from your greenhouse.
In this video, I'll show you how to set up the Harvst control box and connect it to your Wi-Fi system. First thing you have to do is turn it on with the black switch on the right hand side. The red light on the top will turn on and it'll start beeping quickly. What it's doing now is it's looking for any existing Wi-Fis that it's connected to before. After 10 seconds, if it hasn't connected, what it'll do is it'll start beeping slowly, like that. Now what you need to do is on your phone, go to your Wi-Fi networks. You might need to refresh the list a couple of times, and then connect to Harvst Wi-Fi. Hit connect, and then most phones will take you automatically to sign in. Click that, and then click to configure Wi-Fi. From the list at the top, choose your network by clicking it. Put your password in. This one doesn't have a password, and then hit save. And there we go, the beeping stopped. The control box has done a double beep, and then this one's a solar unit, so the light has gone off, it's gone to sleep. But if it's a mains powered unit, what you'll see is you'll see the light flashing once a second. And there you are, your control box is now connected.
So the Sprout Mini Greenhouse comes in 4 different sizes. The smallest we do is the S6, and this is 60 by 50 by 90 centimetres. The next size up is the S14, which is 120 by 50 by 90 centimetres. Perfect for going underneath the window perhaps in your back garden. The largest we do is the S24. This is 120 by 50 by 1.5, 1.6 metres. And then the S10 is 60 by 50 by 1.6. Hi, I'm Chris from Harvst, and this is the range of Sprout automatic mini greenhouses. They come in 4 different sizes. There's the small model, the S6, which is suitable for up to 6 seed trays, or you can have other containers as well. Then we've got the S14, suitable for up to 14 seed trays. The largest model we do, which is the S24, and then a very productive and yet compact S10 for up to 10 seed trays. All of our greenhouses come in 4 options. You can have the greenhouse only, like this one. You can have solar powered self-watering, completely automatic watering anywhere in the garden. You can have 3 season, which has got heating for growing throughout more of the year. Or you can have 4 season, which has heating and also grow lights for a northern facing courtyard, or again through the winter. All the self-watering models can have water provided in one of 2 ways. You can have a tank or a water butt with a pump inside, or you can connect your greenhouse straight to a garden tap. When the watering happens and how much water your plants get is managed by the control box. That's a smart control system which monitors the environment, so the temperature, soil moisture, humidity, and just timers to give your plants exactly what they need. So the greenhouse only has no control system built in at all. The solar self-watering is clearly solar powered, and then the 3 season and the 4 season models need mains electricity to provide the heating and then the lighting for the 4 season model. All of the Sprout greenhouses can be fitted with an automatic lid opener. Now, being quite a small space, it can warm up quite quickly, and without an automatic lid opener, your plants will get too hot. So these clever devices will open the lid all for you when the temperature goes above about 20 degrees, and then when it cools down again, it'll shut. The Sprouts are fitted with a versatile shelving system, which helps you configure them based on what you're growing. If you want to grow tall things, simply remove the shelves. If you're using pots, use the shelves. And the Sprouts are also designed for standard gardening trays and seed trays. Our 2 narrower models, the S6 and the S10, are also designed for standard seed trays. The doors are removable for easy access. The solar 3 season and 4 season greenhouses are managed by one of the smart control boxes. This uses environmental data to give your plants just the right amount of water. With the 3 season model, it also controls the built-in heater cables. And with the 4 season model, it also manages the lights. Everything is controlled via an app, which is available anywhere via Wi-Fi. The 4 season models, which are mains powered, allow you to grow all year round. With extra heating and lighting, your plants will germinate sooner and grow much stronger in the darker days. The Sprout Mini Greenhouses are top quality, British-made pieces of kit built by us here in Cardigan in West Wales. We use top quality UV treated polycarbonate with a 10-year guarantee, and all the parts that we can are recycled or reusable materials. To learn more about the Sprout Mini Greenhouses, just give us a call or send us an email. So these are harvesters. They come in a range of sizes for different gardens and different yards. This one we call the Terrace, and this one we call the Yard. So essentially they're cold frames or mini greenhouses. The lids open up automatically when they get too hot. And you can see we've got an automated watering system in here as well. They can also be fitted with heat and light for winter to extend your growing season. There's a control system in here, and this connects to the internet, which means that you can manage your harvester entirely with an app. And the community of Harvst owners will be contributing anonymously to a central set of data so that everybody can learn better ways to grow more at home. They've been designed for easy access, so you can get right in to manage all of your plants. In this particular harvester, we're growing in grow tubs. There's large ones and there's medium ones. The shelves are movable, so you can put seed trays on the top or propagators or anything else that you might like. There's a range of sensors so that you can see how warm the soil is, how warm the air is, how much moisture there is in the soil. If it's getting too dry, then the watering will come on. If it's too wet, you don't want to overwater. So moving across to the Yard, the taller model, we've got 3 different shelves. Most people would have seed trays in the top, medium grow tubs in the middle, and larger grow tubs in the bottom. You can of course put this out in the garden or on a raised bed or anywhere else where you've got a deeper amount of soil in the bottom. The harvesters can be plugged into mains water, so you can just connect it up to your hose, or you can run off grid and collect rainwater. So this model, for example, the rainwater comes through here and fills up a tank. Or you can use a water butt or any other tank that you've got nearby. And similarly, the taller one collects rainwater, which is fed into a tank. So the harvesters come flat packed. It's really easy to put one together in a matter of minutes. And then once it's all put together, you connect it up and you're online. If you're interested to learn more, then have a look at our website, follow our Instagram account, or just get in touch by email, harvst.co.uk. Here's how you open the lid of the Sprout mini greenhouse. Pull it open a little way, squeeze together the 2 sides of the lid lifter, watching your hands because these are powerful springs, and then use the lid prop to keep the lid open. The Harvst control box monitors the conditions within the greenhouse and adjusts the heating, the lighting and the watering to give your plants the best chance of succeeding. Temperature is monitored with this little sensor here. You can also add wireless temperature and humidity sensors, as well as wireless soil moisture sensors. And there's also a little temperature sensor in there too. It all works together with the Harvst web app, so you can manage and monitor the greenhouse from wherever you are. If you don't have Wi-Fi where your greenhouse is, it'll also work entirely in offline mode. The sprouts are fitted with a versatile shelving system, which helps you configure them based on what you're growing. If you want to grow tall things, simply remove the shelves. If you're using pots, use the shelves. And the sprouts are also designed for standard gardening trays and seed trays. Here's a quick video to show you how to set up the watering on a smart greenhouse. This one's an S24, but the principles apply to all of them. On the left hand side we've got a water tank, which might be a water butt or whatever tank you have, and then the pump drops into that, connects to the hose, and that runs up with the wire through the inline filter. Make sure that goes the right way and you can open that up to clean it. It goes through the greenhouse. There's a couple of holes with grommets, and then on the inside you've got a 90-degree elbow running down to what we call the riser pipe or the distribution pipe, and that's clipped into these white pipe clips which are bolted to the crossbar. There's one of those on each of the levels. At the very bottom of that riser pipe you've got an end stop. For each shelf
you put a 13 to 14 mil barb or joiner, and then from that you can put your 4mm irrigation. This is just a single dripper. On this particular shelf it comes out here and then runs up to some sprayers. Here we're using a 4mm tap if you want to turn off the dripper. In reality you might have more drippers running across the whole watering tray, or even drippers put in the pots themselves, and these are ground stakes to hold them in the right place. On the top shelf of the S24 you'll need two separate trays to allow room for the lid lifter piston to swing. You can use wide watering trays, or you can even leave a gap if you've got plants that need more height or more light. Here we've got normal seed trays just sitting on capillary mat, which you might also put in a watering tray if you want. And then at the bottom you've got larger containers, or even growing in the ground. So that's the S24 watering. The other greenhouses are pretty much exactly the same, where the water comes in on the left, down through the riser pipe, and then you've got distribution using your 4mm lines.
So what we've got here is an S10 sprout set up with 4 seasons. So we've got lighting, heating and watering. On the top shelf we've got our nursery area, which is really just seed trays with propagator lids. And you probably don't need to water those automatically because the lids keep a lot of the humidity and the moisture in. Just make sure the soil's nice and well watered, and within a week or two you'll get your seedlings pop up. If you do want to water things on the top shelf, then we recommend a couple of drippers into trays or directly into the pots. So then going down to the other shelves, we've got a different range of things in here so that you can see what you could do with your greenhouse. Let's go from the bottom upwards. Here we've got a couple of fairly large containers with soil. We've got some tat soy and some chard growing. These have got drippers just going directly into the soil at the base of the plants. And then on the next shelf up we've got a standard garden tray, and in here you can put pots, you can put other trays. The idea being that you fill the tray with a little bit of water and it bottom feeds whatever you've got growing. Going up to the next level, it's the same concept, but here we've added some capillary matting. This just helps distribute a small amount of water across the entire surface of the tray. Again, great for pots and seed trays and anything else you might want to put in. If you're only running large pots, like we do at the bottom here with our tatsoi, you could just drop your drippers straight into the pot like that. You can add as many drippers as you like on the line. Then going up another level, if you don't have the large trays, you can have standard sized seed trays. This one has got holes in the bottom and capillary mat. That makes sure that it won't overflow and get too deep for the plants. And then on the other side we've got one that doesn't have holes in. You have to monitor that a little bit more carefully so that you don't get a deep pool of water in the bottom. So that's the concept. The idea is to make sure you've got enough water in the bottom of the trays to feed the plants, but not so much that they sit in the water. On this greenhouse we're feeding water in from a separate water tank just on the outside. This is the pump. It simply drops into the tank. If you're using tap water you won't need a filter, but if you're using rainwater or for any other reason your water might have particles in it, then we suggest you put an inline water filter in at this point. There's an arrow on here which shows you the direction of the water flow. And then periodically, every couple of weeks, make sure you open it up and clean that filter part. So you could take water off a water butt, a water tank, or if you wanted to, you could actually fit electric water valves inside and plumb this into your garden hose. Water comes in the left-hand side here. There's a 90-degree bend, and then it goes into the distribution pipe. The other hole is for the wire that goes to the pump. So this distribution pipe goes up, all the way up the left-hand side. It clips to the back using the white pipe clips, and then there's an end stop in the top of the pipe. Under each shelf, you're going to put a hole, a 4mm attachment, and then the 4mm hose, where you've got T-joints and drippers. The first thing to do is put an end stop in the top of your pipe And then what we'll do is we'll offer it up here, mark it out so that we've got the holes in the right place. Position your pipe so that you've got space for one dripper set to come out above the shelf, one below the shelf, and mark them off with a pen. You'll have a hole punch. Just use that to poke holes in your pipe. And then you'll have one of two different types of adapter, which takes the 13mm down to 4mm. The barb type adapter just pushes in, quite a tight fit, or the threaded type adapter threads in. You have to make sure you push it well in and then tighten it up. Once you've got your attachments on, clip it into the greenhouse and fix on your dripper lines. To test your irrigation, go into your app, make sure you're on the same Wi-Fi network as the control box, and then click the black button to open the control panel. This gives you the option to water now, one of your two different zones. With the Sprout that doesn't have water valves, both of those zones will water. There we go. And those drippers can be used for up to a minute perhaps to fill the tanks with water however often you need.
Our two narrower models, the S6 and the S10, are also designed for standard seed trays. The doors are removable for easy access.